Devin from the Redneck Garage. Well, today is the day that the Jeep goes home with Devin. He's going to come pick it up. I got so much crap to clean up around here, it's not even funny. We had the Honda Accord project, we got the Jeep project that I just finished, and it's getting cold, so I've got a lot of work to do in the garage. And in this video, I did do something on my TJ that turned out really pretty cool, so let's take a look at what's been going on, where we're at here at the garage. There she is! I should have hit record.
Hey, let's go put some stuff back on her.
I was recording and not recording.
Oh.
I think. What do you think?
You mean all that great context?
Yeah, where you were cussing me?
That's right.
You son of a bitch. Looks good though. It's got a little bit of rubbing compound needs to be washed off of it.
I think it looks great.
But it turned out really nice. And today is cold. You can see from Devin, he's wearing his cap and jacket.
Well, I don't have any protection.
Well, neither do I. It's cold, man. We missed it by 1 day. So if we had waited one more day, we couldn't have painted. That's awesome. We might need to adjust the choke a little bit. I don't know.
It's been sitting for a few days.
She's warming up though. So you're gonna have this done according to your wife this afternoon.
Of course.
Huh?
Sure.
She didn't like it when I said that won't happen.
Right.
But she looks good. All right, we're gonna get a film of him leaving. Get it out of here.
Just try not to argue with her.
Yeah. Well, you think that'll work? I can't believe this takes this long. Why are you slacking? She said 30 minutes for the fender flares.
Oh, did you hear her timeline?
Yeah, the timeline
Fender
is...
flare. You just
Zip, 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 zip.
That's right. So that's like 15 seconds of flare.
Yeah, and I'm like, there you go, you're done.
Pretty good.
Beautiful. So he's going to drive off with no tail lights, no license plate on it. What do you think?
It's perfectly legal. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. As long as he doesn't run into a police officer.
Literally.
Yeah. Well, it's got brakes. I'm glad it's warmed up a little bit.
I think it should be good.
All right, here we go.
All right.
He's gone.
Never back up. Look how well the engine runs.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo!
So you're always happy when a project comes to completion and they come pick up the thing. I probably won't be painting anything anytime soon because it's going to get cold. Alright, so that's the completion of the Jeep project, the CJ paint job, and I would say that it was more work than I thought it would be just because the body was in way worse shape than I thought once I got into it and saw the rot spots and how much Bondo was in it. But I think it turned out really, really nice, especially for a quick paint job. Now, just remember, if anyone tells you on the front end that it doesn't matter if it looks rough, that's not really true, because if it looked rough, they would be disappointed. So that's kind of what you get yourself into. I did do something on the Jeep the other day. Let's take a look at that. There's the old spare tire, the old Wrangler Goodyear. That's a 225, and if I was to use that, it would be bad once it's re-geared. There's a huge difference. Now, width-wise, these are a lot narrower compared to those. So instead of getting the 1250s, we got a 1050 from Nick, and we're going to see how that works out. This is the view through the rear view mirror of the tire. We'll see what the new one looks like. I'm going to have to reposition that light, but I imagine it's going to obscure the back window a little bit. It is a little bit higher. I'm going to have to redo the light, but shoot, it's not that much bigger in the window. Well, the check engine light's off and it's idling like it's supposed to, and I've got 1,053 miles on it since I redid it. If you remember, I reset the odometer to 0, so I know exactly how many miles I put on it. I couldn't be happier with that. I do need to put a padlock on it just so somebody doesn't just come up and spin the tire off and steal it, but that looks good. We're gonna have a video about these little jewels here coming up soon. So that was really cool. Nick, when I first told him I wanted a thinner tire, he said, "You want a smaller tire?" And I said, "No, thinner tire." And he was like, "Oh, I got it." So that turned out really super cool. I don't have as much width on the back, so I was happy with the tires. Next project's going to be clean up this stinking garage, man. Backyard, I've got a lot of cleanup to do. I've had one project after the next, and then we'll see where we go from there. I've got all kinds of stuff that I need to be doing that I can get to now because I don't really have any big projects sitting in line yet. Although teenage drivers, you just never know. But we're going to get this garage cleaned out, and then we're going to look at maybe the Toyota paint job, bed sides, and I've got a lot of stuff to do on the Jeep, little odds and ends and things that I want to fix up, upgrade. So that's super cool. Anyway, I'm just glad to have that project out of here, and I can get back to kind of normalcy, because as you can see, it's getting cold, and I was correct in my view that it was going to get cold and wouldn't be able to paint, because it's pretty chilly. It's about 49 degrees out here. And the only other thing that I would say is that when Devin and Kristen picked up the Jeep, she says, well, we'll have it done this afternoon. I said, you'll have everything put back on this afternoon. And I said, you know what? You have no concept of time. And you know what? That's how most people are. They really don't understand how long it takes to prep it, primer it, sand it, prep it, mask it, shoot it, buff it. You know, when they go to a body shop and they say, oh, they wanted $10,000. Yeah, because it's a huge amount of time. I spent way more time on that thing than I usually would. First of all, it's my friends, you know, and I care what their Jeep looks like. And second of all, I didn't want to have to come back and go, well, that really doesn't look very good. Even though I was told it didn't matter how it looked, that, you know, that's where you get a disconnect. But whenever you're doing a project, whenever you're working on something, first of all, you need to always recognize that it's always going to take longer than you think it will. Almost every project, whether it's putting on fender flares, putting on headlights, doing anything on a Jeep, car, whatever, it's always going to take a little bit longer than you think, because wouldn't it be nice if you could just throw fender flares on in 15 seconds, like that's what Kristen said it would take. It just takes 15 seconds, zip, 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 zip. I'm like, okay, sure. Unless you actually get out, get your hands dirty like we do, and know that it really doesn't work that way, it's kind of, you're talking Greek to someone else. But I really do hope that they're super happy with the Jeep. We're going to be doing the bed liner in it, some other minor stuff, but as far as that goes, it's painted, it looks better, and I'm done. I'm going to get to cleaning after I sit down and take a rest. I'm David from the Redneck Garage. Keep turning wrenches.